Hey guys, so today is Drawing Studio 5 and we will be looking at how to use these particular items here. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go Drawing 5 and then you're going to work out your sketches right here. So as you can see, I already have my sketches done. The other thing that you're going to need is obviously a pencil. You will need a small watercolor brush, a medium watercolor brush, and a large watercolor brush. You will also need watercolor pencils. Now, you know you have the right pencils when they say watercolor right here on the side, so you should be good with that. You will need, after you get your sketches done, after you watch this video first, then get your sketches done, then you will go ahead and ask me for your watercolor paper. You will also need a dish with water in it, just a little tiny bit, and of course a moist sponge. All right, so let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I have my drawing and I am gonna draw as lightly as possible so that my watercolors are pure when I come in here. Now, the first thing that you're gonna do is just take your watercolor pencils and you're gonna use them just like you would any other colored pencil. The difference is you are gonna watercolor with them, and so you're going to use lighter colors and then use the darker colors. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna color this bottom area here. Okay, let's talk about your requirements for this. Your requirements are to create shading using watercolor pencils. You will plan out your artwork for the subject and for color use. You will add water from background to foreground and wait for drying time and not rush adding the water. You will make objects look three-dimensional and add color to the whole picture plane. So as you can see here, I'm just going to add a little bit of color here. And then I will take my large watercolor brush, make sure it's really clean. And I'm gonna leave the water on it, right? Because this is watercolor. So don't dab out the water. And then I'm just gonna paint with it. Okay, and if it doesn't give you the depth of color that you like, that's fine. You're just gonna move slow. So you're gonna let that dry, then you can move on to another part of your painting. You're also gonna think, because you're gonna try to think about making these look three-dimensional, so you're gonna think about, where is my light source? And if you think about that, I wanna put my light source, if it helps, you can just put like a little line right here to represent where the light is coming from. You can erase that later. And so you know that this, I want to make look farther back. So I'm really gonna shade it out, except for maybe this front area. So the light might be in front of this to make it look farther behind, but this is, or the light is in front of this, but this is in front of the light. So think about that, because the front of this is gonna be darker than the front of this. Okay, so you're just gonna take your time adding your color on here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the larger brush again. And I'm just gonna come in here and really allow that to go, okay? Now I'm gonna just go ahead and let that dry, and I'm gonna move somewhere else. So I'm going to look at, let's do this, a green color. be very careful, especially, do you see I have green and pink right next to each other? You want to be careful doing that because they are complementary colors, and if you mix those two colors together, they're going to turn muddy brown. So if you want your true pure colors to be, then don't mix these colors together. Take my watercolor brush and go ahead and come in here and get that color pulled through. Okay, so now that you have kind of a base color going, then you're going to keep working this dry area to dry area. So just know that you're going to wait. This is a very patient, a patient thing. So go ahead and work in a different area until all of your colors dry. Okay, I'm going to keep working on this and then I'll show you the final result. Okay, so you can see here that I added shadow, depth, made it look a little bit 3D, had a light source come in from in front of this ball and then behind this ball, and the light source is just touching right up here. You can also take these colored pencils and add details in each one of your inside of your art piece. You can add stripes or dots or anything that you want to, and that's the brilliant part about watercolor pencils. So good luck, and I hope that you enjoy this media. Oh, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I hope you enjoy this medium. Have a great day. Bye.